Good morning or evening, as I like to say, whatever time it is for you in your time zone, whatever time you're watching this. Hello. I saw that there were like 4 people prepped and ready for this moment. That's so exciting. And as you guys know, we just crossed 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. That's really unreal. That's a real number. Like if someone says, or I say in passing conversation, like, oh yeah, and I have a YouTube channel, they'll be like, oh, like, is your channel big? Or like, how many subscribers do you have? And usually it's like, oh, I have 6,000 subscribers. And then they're always like, oh, that's actually pretty good, which it is. Like, I've enjoyed all of you in the audience for a long time. But if you can say 10,000 subscribers, like that's a whole new like class, So that's very, very exciting. And someone was like, next up 100,000, which is true. That'll be cool. But I hope that my growth is exponential from this point on, because if it's a linear path, we're going to be here for a heck of a long time waiting until we get to 100,000. So that's this week's good news, I think. Comment and let me know if you're here. I know that, so I stream through StreamYard in case you're curious or like want to stream yourself sometime in the future. Excuse me. And the comments are usually a little bit later, like delayed popping over. Oh, I see some. Hello, Laura. Thank you. Hope you are well, and congratulations about 10. Okay. Yes, I'm very, very excited, and I'm feeling well. I've been complaining about this cold for the past couple weeks. There are times during the day that it'll just like hit me for like 2 hours, and I like, why is this cold still happening? But overall, it's getting a lot better, which is so much, so much better. Malik or Malik, I don't know how to say it. If you want to comment your pronunciation, then I might try to hold that nugget in my head and say it correctly the next time. But hello. We've got July Fit as always. I don't know what you're doing on a Sunday morning, but it's so nice that you just carve out time every week to be here. So thank you. Rob the Maritimer. Interesting. I wonder if that's like naval maritime or like hobby maritime. Like, do you sail sailboats, or do you fish? I don't know what else you do for maritime. Or are you in the Navy? I don't know. Or Marines, I guess is the other one. And Andre, hello. Lauren, love your videos. Thank you for doing this. Thank you. I really enjoy, obviously, the content I put out, and I talk about videos I'm passionate about. And these little live stream things took some courage to start doing, but they're actually super fun. And I really, really like just kind of hanging out with you guys and talking about whatever you want to talk about. Jessica says, hello. We've got Rob saying thanks on reaching 10K. Thank you. Hasnan says, hello, ma'am. Hello. Andre, also congrats. Congrats. Just keep it rolling. We're so excited. I'm so excited. And honestly, like, I can keep putting out videos and just flood the internet with my thoughts. But honestly, it's so much better and rewarding and reassuring that you guys actually, like it and want to stick around. And so 10,000 people that cared enough to click a subscribe button to, potentially get notifications or potentially see my face on their YouTube screen or whatever. That's exciting. It means a lot. Anthony has the first question. I'll get to you in a sec. Fasal says, hello, how are you? We got to run through the hellos. I mean, this is like the first 5 minutes. It's just chilling with the crowd. Hasnan says, ma'am, how are you? I am doing well. Is that what I said earlier? Yes, my cold's almost gone. You can hear it like right now. It just popped back a little bit. I think it's the more I talk. I guess I don't talk all day because I just work by myself. So anytime I like have to interact with people, I'm like, oh, wow, I feel a little cold coming on. It's like, yeah, I haven't used my voice all day long. So weird. Okay, Rob has the answer for us. I'm a sailor. I live in the Canadian Maritime province of Nova Scotia, and he does not fish. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for taking the time to answer. And Chris, hello. I like your little bio picture. That's cool. You must be a voiceover artist or some kind of in the studio creator. All right, so we've got a couple questions to start. And let's see. So right now we're thinking about Fiverr ads is kind of the question. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. So there's kind of two ways to do your Fiverr advertising or freelance advertising anywhere you are. I guess the first one is not anywhere you are. You can do off-platform ads. You're driving your own traffic. If you are, you should sign up for Fiverr affiliates. And the link for that, once I copy it over and remember what the heck it is this. Okay, so bit.ly/Carrie Fiverr affiliate. That's my, I guess you'd call it sub affiliate link. Like if you, this is so stupid. I hate this kind of stuff. If you sign up to be a Fiverr affiliate with my link and you get people, like then I get a little coin. It doesn't change anything for you, but it's like I brought an affiliate who brings buyers, who brings orders. Like, again, I hate that concept. That is like a weird pyramid scheme. But if you do, that'll help me out. And again, it doesn't change anything for you. But if you sign up for Fiverr affiliates, it looks like this once it finally decides to load. You can create your own custom links that track your traffic, obviously. So if you're bringing first-time buyers to the platform, if someone makes a new account and orders through you from your link, you'll get that 20% Fiverr commission repaid back to you through Fiverr affiliates. It's only happened to me once or twice. It's pretty rare that someone doesn't have an account already or, whatever, but it does happen and it does work. The other thing is that even if that doesn't work and it's like perfect primo entirety as it's theoretically designed, you can just get, some money for driving traffic of any kind to the platform. Anytime people are buying, creating new accounts, even as new sellers and they sell, you can get a little bit back. Not much, even for someone like me with the 10,000 subscriber presence that I have. It does not earn me very much money, but that's all to say. Side note, if you are doing off-platform ads, you're driving your own traffic, make sure to use those Fiverr affiliate links. You'll be able to see another angle of your performance with your advertising. And then, of course, you'll also get some more income linked in because of that active outreach effort. The other option for your promotions is to use that Fiverr, what are they called? Get promoted gigs. And I've heard random rumors of hit or miss stuff. Like Chris said, he kind of lost all of his organic traffic. And I'm not sure if that was through Fiverr promoted gigs or off platform, like active, you're doing your own thing advertising. I've heard a couple people, and I don't talk to random people. I don't troll the forums or anything. And I don't use it personally, but I've heard a couple people just in consulting with me. We'll pop that up. One-on-one advising people who are consulting and asking questions and getting strategic advice about their specific situation and profile and skills and goals and blah, blah, blah. A couple of them have said that once they start paying for that promotion, that then their organic traffic goes down. And as much as that seems awful and problematic, from like trying to give the platform the benefit of the doubt, or at least trying to like understand why that might happen, I think that the platform is trying to create this like equal visibility theoretically for as many people as possible. So my only assumption is that if you start buying your promotion slots, you are like, guaranteed that spot to pop up. So then Fiverr's not going to put you on the same page or maybe even the next page, because it's like in the robot's head, it's like that person already saw that gig. They already decided to scroll. We're not going to show that to them again because they already saw it. That wasn't a good fit for them. Or like your, market share of visibility or whatever has now gone up. So then they can push other people into the spots that you theoretically would have taken for organic traffic. I don't know if that's actually happening. And I don't take that with any kind of like, this is just a conspiracy theory basically at this point. But I think that that's realistic. Again, not to be like a doom and gloomer or like saying that, the site's trying to steal your money, which I have a couple problems with the system in general. But that seems to make sense to me. So yeah, if you're paying for your own traffic coming in, I think that Fiverr would see that as a positive because you're bringing off-platform traffic, you're bringing new buyers, you're bringing people to just your gig, and that shows that you have off-platform attention, that people care, like what you want, are coming, are clicking. I think that that would be a positive thing. I don't think that for the algorithm's perspective, that you paying for promoted gigs would honestly be a positive thing for your organic growth because you, like I said, are kind of just taking a different share of that market visibility that you're actively paying for that then they don't have to supplement with organic stuff. So those are my thoughts. The way I do it, and I've always done it, I've never paid for ads of any kind. I tried the promoted gigs when it first was in beta mode. Maybe it's still in beta mode. I don't know. Literally like day one, first round of people. They offered me like a $20 credit to test it out and theoretically, to love it and tell other people to use it. And I didn't like it. I already don't like the premise at all from a like Fiverr's money grabbing standpoint, and also just a like ethics of the platform kind of standpoint. Although I don't really know how to explain that jumbled mess in my head. Where was I going with this? Oh, so they gave me a promotional credit and I did it for one campaign for like a week. Didn't see any results, didn't like the system, didn't blah, blah, blah. So I didn't even use my whole credit. I think I still have like $17 of this promo credit that I still haven't used. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think that it's so much more effective and powerful to just use the organic tools that you have. And that's really what the platform offers you in the first place. Like you're just taking advantage of what you're theoretically paying that 20% commission for. Because a huge part of that, besides all of the communication tools, the escrow system, the payment protection, the history of record, searchable features, whatever, a giant part of that is that Fiverr is doing your marketing for you and that it's facilitating the sale. It's doing all that outreach and advertising and setting up this space where you can just focus on the work. So I think that if you are paying for that promotion, you're not really getting the full 20% commission experience that you're theoretically paying for. Okay. Yoav asked, do you think you'll do any gig reviewing live streams? And the answer is no, because, and I felt a little conflicted about, deciding this answer, but honestly, it makes sense to me. I offer this as a paid service. And I offer a ton of free content for you guys. Like I've said, I have 200 plus videos, maybe even more than that now. I need to check my count. Even more content at peachpay.me/Carrieblogger. More stuff here, free downloads, free guides, free tips, free self-assessments. I've got tons of free stuff for you guys. So the one thing that I genuinely, what's my gig for that? That I sell and I know is worth the value that I charge for that. I know it's an investment, but it's an investment in your business, to be honest. Is one-on-one business consulting. With you that, I have the basic option is just for a written feedback sheet. I'll give you a profile assessment. I'll go through your gig. I'll offer suggestions. Let's say these things aren't working. These are mistakes. Here's a suggestion. Here's some questions you need to think about. Here's, a competitor that I think that they're doing a good thing. It's all personally customized to you. The better option, I think, is consulting with me. So along with that document, which is, 2 to 5 pages of in-depth personal advice, then we'll get on a Zoom call for 45 minutes and we'll talk through the whole thing. I'll walk you through everything. You'll ask questions. I'll answer everything for you. And then the best, of course, is the Progress Partner Premium package. And if you want 2 consultations, so that's really great for like the introduction. Let's talk through everything. And then you can make changes and say, am I on the right track? Is this working? I've seen this happen since I made some changes. What do I do now? And we'll have a follow-up. So I don't offer gig assessments for free because this is worth the investment. And it's not just me money grabbing, but it's, you know, a really, I'm confident in saying that it's worth the investment, and I'm not trying to hard upsell myself. But if you're interested in that, you can find me at bit.ly/Carrieblogger consult, which is on the screen right there. Good question. Hussein says, can you guide me on how to become a top-rated seller? Top-rated sellers are not guaranteed like the other levels that are automatically triggered, you know, from a new seller. You meet the benchmarks, you get to the next approval rating or whatever, you automatically go level 1, you automatically go level 2. Once you get to the point of being top rated, you might hit all of those parameters of, it's like you have to earn like, I don't even remember. How would I see that? Do I care to even look? Oh, sure. Maybe. I'll give myself 10 seconds to look it up. 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, wait, I just found it. Okay, yeah, I was right. That's weird. That seems like a lot in my head. So you have to have all the normal stuff. Good inbox response time of at least 90%, which is super easy. Order completion, at least 90%, super easy. On-time delivery, super effing easy. No one should ever be delivering late. At least 90%, 4.7 star average over 60 days, super effing easy. 180 days, 100 orders, and you need to earn at least $20,000 all time completed, which that was a number that seemed kind of like a lot when I was like, is it actually 20,000? And then no warnings, just, you know, follow the site rules. So once you hit those requirements for top rated seller, it's not a guaranteed automatic level upgrade. Like I said, it's kind of editorial handpicked because it's a very exclusive title, and they want to have more control over guaranteeing essentially for the people who are buying that those top rated sellers are the top, you know, 1% or whatever of the platform. So they're looking for gigs that align with where they want the platform to go, is what I have heard internally. So just because you don't get picked doesn't mean that you might not be doing a good job, but it might not be how they want the platform to look. It might not be matching the target, you know, buyer persona that the platform is trying to attract and promote and convert. Because remember, they have so much data on their side that they're just not sharing with us. And all of those things are going to factor into their decision. I got distracted. This was where I was going though. This playlist, I'm always going to forever and always suggest. I mean, again, 200 plus videos, you guys, like almost every answer is, almost every question is answered by now. At some point, somewhere, it's hard to find sometimes, but this new, oh good, we have an ad. We have so many pop-ups. New Fiverr sellers, step-by-step advice from a Fiverr TRS. There's 50 videos in this here, right? You know, alone playlist. And I've tried to sort them in, you know, an order that makes sense. So you can see that, and definitely watch all of them. Just take notes, watch them, think about how that affects your business. And, you know, that's my best advice. Chris, I don't know if you already read that, but thank you for doing this. You're so welcome. All right, we did that. Okay. Malik says, give me suggestions. I'm working on Amazon as a virtual assistant. I want to start selling my services on Fiverr. Check out that playlist. I didn't have a real question in that question, so I can't like give you a specific blah, blah, but that playlist, you know, that talks about knowing what to sell, how to set up your gigs, how to optimize your SEO traffic, how to get the clients you want, how to manage those clients, how to organize your orders, literally 50 videos. It's got that for you. Yusuf, you changed your username. Do you think Fiverr will get less popular when 6er comes out? 7er, 8er, 9er, 10er? It's funny that, well, there's always like 2 questions. No, okay. There's 3 things with the Fiverr name. I've always said Fiverr in my head, like literally since I read it day 1, like that made sense to me because it's like $5 things, like that locked together, you know? Now that it's not just all $5 things like it was in 2013 when I started, the name doesn't quite make as much sense. And like Fiverr isn't as common of a phrase anymore. Like a $5 bill they used to call a Fiverr, or, you know, old people sometimes call it a Fiverr. What was I saying? And it's more common, I think, not in the US either, to call it a Fiverr. Anyway, so the question people ask is like, why is there 2 R's on it? Because a Fiverr, $5 bill only has 1 R. Why am I talking about this? This is so stupid. And the other thing is everyone calls it Fiverr if you like aren't knowing how to say it. And they're like, you work on a site called Fiverr? And it just sounds so stupid. It's like, no, it's so gross sounding. But yeah, I think Tenor is definitely just going to like 10x the freelance game. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Oops. Okay. Vladimir Putin. Wow, we've got a celebrity in the chat. Okay. Hi, Carrie. I watched you so long ago, then got busy for some time, so couldn't watch any of your other videos. So quick question. Here's the other half of that question. I have a skill, have not made the thumbnail art. Should I wait to better my average graphic design skills and make art ASAP, or get the skills to make better art? As long as you're not selling graphic design. So let's make that clear. Like if you don't, that sounds like that's not a skill you have. So let's just get that out of the way. It's not a matter of like, I don't know why I'm so stuck on this. I literally can't even like process my thoughts. Waiting to do your graphic design skills seems silly. Like, I don't think you need to take like a 6-week graphic design course to make a thumbnail for your service. That being said, don't slap something together that looks ugly, that's not going to attract consumer attention, that doesn't match your professional, credible persona. So this right here, always pointing back. That's going to be an ad. I don't know why I clicked on that. Is top 5. You know what? I could do this instead. And then you can see it better. Stop the pop-ups. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Why most freelancers fail, top 5 mistakes to avoid. One of those is when people just put up crap, like you half-ass it, you know that it doesn't look good. You're like, well, if people buy it, then I guess I'll improve it. I'll change it. I'll learn. So don't do that. My real advice is like make 10 thumbnails, like, and get creative and start thinking about, I think it would look really cool if I had like the text overlaid, but behind my head, so I'm going to have to figure out how to cut out that shape and mask it. And then, okay, well, this color set doesn't seem like it's really bold enough for me, this font, and so the more iterations of it that you make, this doesn't have to take 6 weeks. It could take you 2 days. You're going to teach yourself those skills. You're going to see what works, get a creative idea, figure out how to do it, figure out how to implement it. And then once you've found something you think you're proud of and matches the style you want to promote, then put it out there and try it and test it, and then whether or not you're getting the results that you want, you can go back and edit, tweak, optimize. Always optimizing. Like what you put up the first time is not what has to stay forever. And that's not what has stayed forever for me. And Carrieblogger consult, if you want, personal profile assessment, we can talk about it. Okay, Chris, do you think that having your gigs on your personal and business websites mess with people's perception of your credibility? No. Yes. Are you saying like, so I'm just totally guessing here. So let's say you have Chris's voiceover studio that you rent out studio space. I have no idea if I'm reading this right, but here's the scenario. And you're saying that when people come to your Chris's studio to rent studio time, you have your gigs listed of, hey, if you want me to voice over for you, I offer gigs on Fiverr, and then you can, click over there. Are you saying that will mess with your studio's credibility? No, as long as your gigs match the credibility that you want for your in-person studio. That seems like a natural fit. Those things would go together. Yeah, it's just making sure that everything you have put together is solid. The whole like freelance is just a short-term thing. It's just, a patch between real gigs. It's just a last resort because you can't get a job. All of those kinds of like social commentary issues, opinions, do have to get, overwritten, or like, oh, you sell on a platform like Fiverr that's a little like weird or cringy or whatever, if you have those like nagging voices in your head, like you just need to do more to make it more professional, more legitimate, more credible, and putting it out there visually and how you set it up and explain yourself and price yourself, that it matches the truth, which is you are a legitimate service provider. And this is just the easiest way for you to facilitate those orders, both for yourself and for your clients. So as long as you do all that, absolutely not. It's just going to upgrade your credibility and, help by connecting the dots between your theoretical studio and your theoretical voiceover services to help people get the service they need. I recently interned, Lauren says, writing blog posts for an educational advocacy nonprofit. Can my blog post copy be used in a copywriting portfolio? And can I use mock-up copywriting ad copy for a fictional client? How many times do you say copy in that message? Well, like your copywriting portfolio, copywriting is this massive thing. So a copywriting thing is really just content that's meant to sell. That's essentially what it is. So your copywriting portfolio, if you're selling, I don't know. I'll just go with like what I do. So if you're selling website content or product descriptions or Amazon listings, then no, that nonprofit educational blog is not going to fit in your portfolio because it doesn't match the services you're offering. The most important thing is to match the services you're offering and match the target client that you want to convert. So if you're offering service descriptions is your niche, like website content for in-person services, service-based real businesses, and that's what you want to write content for, then you need to be creating samples and portfolio spec projects that are for service industry kinds of clients to show the breadth of what you offer within that niche scope, because the target client that you want to convert needs to see something relevant to them that's going to be impressive to them, make sense to them, and help them imagine what it's going to look like when you deliver content for them. So if that nonprofit blog client is the kind of work you're going to be selling and want to offer, then yeah, cool. If not, then no. And with spec projects, just clearly say it's a spec project. This is a spec project. Like that's not an impossible word to understand. And say like, this is just to demonstrate my skills and the creative style and professional writing that you can expect when I write for you. So just say it's a spec project, and absolutely you could do that. Mickey finally joined on time. That's exciting. Hosman says, can you tell us what to do and not to do on Fiverr? Yeah. Like I said, check out that playlist. It's not a specific enough question for me to answer, but the playlist is what you're gonna blah. Is thumbnail designing a good niche? Says LLJW999. It can be. That is something a lot of people need. It depends, I would say, what platform you're going to be selling the service on. I would recommend finding a niche within thumbnail designing because there's a lot of different platforms. Like, are they YouTube thumbnails? Are they Instagram Reel thumbnails? I'm sure that there's more than that. That's really all I can come up with on my head right this second. Do your research, see what's trending, see what people are searching for. Here, let's run through this example again that I always do. It's so simple. So in a private browser, and it helps to like empty your caches and restart your browser and stuff, because obviously it carries some things with you. I think even in a private browser, that might not be true. I'm not a cyber tech analyst, security, blah, blah, blah. So you're just going to start to put in your search topic. That's what it's called. And you can see what pops up. Obviously, I can't type. But thumbnails on YouTube, like I said, did I say that? That was the first thing I said, right? Fortnite thumbnails, Roblox, aren't those gaming? Valorant, gaming, YouTube gaming thumbnails. So it seems like gaming obviously is like a huge sub shop kind of spot. So looking at the things that pop up will tell you. The other thing you can do is scroll all the way to the, oh, maybe it's not going to do this in this category. How did I do that before? There's a way to see, maybe we have to do it this way. Let's brainstorm here. I don't know if I can do this fast. Oh, okay. No, that's the wrong thing. Graphic design is what I'm looking for. Is there, so like Twitch store, for example, because you're looking at gaming stuff. At the end of this down here, at the bottom of the category that you're thinking about selling in, overarching category, you can see the related services that Fiverr pops up. So that's going to tell you, at least how I'm interpreting the data that they're giving us unintentionally. That tells you some other things that these target buyers are also looking for. I don't read this as just related services of how Fiverr organizes their categories, but actually what buyers are looking for. They get to the end of this. Where do they want to go next? Because Fiverr is going to push them in a journey that makes sense for the audience. So banner ads, you know, when you're looking at other related services to offer that you can help to create like a one-stop shop for, you might be interested in banner ads. If video editing is something you're interested in as well, these are the other kinds of related services that theoretically those buyers are also looking for. And if you can get more specific to the thumbnail thing, you can see search related services that are related to those thumbnails that you want to offer too. Carrie, I started freelance writing. I would love to know what you suggest to be the work pattern after order. Please suggest how to write faster and better. The work pattern after order. I don't know what you're asking. How to write better. Take my course. And how to write faster and better. Read a lot. Read copy that you want. You know, if you're, I don't know what kind of writing you're offering. Read whatever kinds of writing you want to offer. See what's effective. See what's not. Learn from their mistakes. And practice a lot. You know, even if you don't have client orders, you need to be creating spec projects. You need to be giving yourself challenges. You need to think about, how can I make this better? What can I rewrite what I've already done? Those things are helpful as well. Here's the bit.ly/Carrieblogger course is the link to this. This is specifically for e-commerce copywriting, if that's kind of a spot you want to get into. And what's the other thing I was going to pitch? Another playlist that I think would be helpful. It's not very long. It's not as long, but how to become a copywriter, helpful videos. I just kind of compiled the writing specific videos that I put together into that playlist. So you might check that out and it might be helpful for you. Can I ask for feedback from my clients after delivery? Yes. Good question, but you have to not coerce them in any way. You can't ask for positive feedback. You can't ask for specific feedback. Another video that I talked about that is, can I search on my own channel? Yeah. So how to get more positive reviews, order follow-ups, and CRM tips, customer relationship management. I'm pretty sure that's the video that I talk about. The other thing that I go through my things is this speedy replies and happy clients, quick responses tips from a Fiverr Pro. I share like explicitly some of the messages that I send out. They're old. I think I've changed some of them now, but not wrong, even if it's not exactly what I do anymore. So yes, you can and should reach out to them, always with the tone, genuinely, of, I want to check in and make sure you're happy. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your thoughts. Feedback is really valuable. Honest feedback is really important, and that it matters. You know, just telling people that it matters. You're a real person. You care. You want to hear. That's going to increase the amount of feedback you receive. And I think from a psychological standpoint, helps to get more positive feedback. If they're just thinking that it's just a robot asking them, they might be more harsh. If they think that, oh, a real person with a real business and real concerns asked me to do this, that might realistically sway them to be a little more kind, or at least like, you know, reach out to you first to like deal with an issue before they would just leave a review that would maybe not be as nice as it might end up being. I know that when I started reaching out to clients with the after order message, I went from like 60% review leaving or 66% review leaving to about like over 90. And this isn't like an actual official statistic because it's hard to see on Fiverr over time. But in my own records, I got way more tips. I got way more reviews left. So it's worth doing. John, good morning, Carrie. I know you're based exclusively on Fiverr, but have you ever tried other sites or even signed up before your Fiverr success? I'm just curious to hear. Good question. I started on Fiverr on a whim, as I mentioned. I read about it in a 17 magazine my sophomore year of college. I had no idea you could do that online. I had no idea that freelancing for individual services was a thing. It sounded cool. It sounded like something I could do. So I signed up and then it blew up. If you want to, I don't know if you've seen this that I just posted, and it's a little clickbaity, but it's fun. My very, very honest talk about my journey with Fiverr and freelancing and transitioning from the teaching plan I had to copywriting. So that's my origin story right there. The other slightly less angsty version is this one. It was like one of the first ones I posted. Yeah. From wannabe teacher to six-figure Fiverr Pro freelancer. Basically the same thing, but older and way less good editing. What was it saying? Okay. So when I first started, about 4 to 6 weeks after I started on Fiverr, I got that blow up overnight. Wow. I woke up to 30 some orders. That's crazy. Featured on the homepage of Fiverr. Like, that's, oh my God. I'm pretty sure that it was about between like 4 to 6 months in, if I'm digging in the back of my brain. Things were rolling. I had raised my prices a bit. It was more sustainable, but still like big flood of orders. And I was starting to see like, wow, this could really be something. This could really, pay for college. This could really be a job I love. And I thought, how can I try to dig in and like get as much traction as possible? And so I created an Upwork account thinking maybe going off, 2 different platforms would be a good idea. Like many new sellers, I had the initial concern of like, what if it disappears? What if it all dies? And how do I create a sense of sustainability with this? And so I made an Upwork account. I don't think I made a freelancer account, and I didn't like it. I didn't like I think that was just what it was. I just didn't like how the site works. I don't like that you bid for projects instead of just saying what I'll do when people come to me. I love that structure and the way that helps my business run really sustainably. And I can just focus on the work I'm doing instead of constantly having to pitch myself and do that. And so I'm not even sure. Can I check Upwork and see if this account exists? I wouldn't have deleted it. I don't know how to find Upwork sellers. Yeah, someone should go look on Upwork and tell me if a Carrieblogger account is still on there. I haven't logged in 9 years. It's probably a problem now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so that's the answer. Did that answer your question? I feel like I got lost in the loop of my own thoughts. I took an expensive course, well, that's maybe not good, on creating Fiverr gig services, and they told me to check buyer requests frequently, but after 2 months, I haven't seen any requests related to any of my gigs. Anthony, expensive course on Fiverr? I'm curious what that was. Maybe DM me on Instagram and tell me what that expensive course was. Yeah, buyer request is trash. It's trash for a lot of reasons because it's like a hidden part of the platform. Another video to pitch. Hey, yo. This one, 20 helpful and hidden features. One of them is buyer requests. It's really hard to find in the platform. Fiverr doesn't push it very much because it's so shitty. It's like a cesspool of requests. There's not very many. Not everyone even, I think, has access to it, or maybe you like have a limited number of things you can offer or whatever. I don't know. It's not good. It's not like pushed out to everyone equally. So no, I don't think the buyer request is going to be effective for you. it's worth looking at if you have the time. Like if you have nothing else to lose. Yeah, definitely see if there's anything popping up there that matches, but chances are no. And chances are you're not going to want to work with those kinds of people who are asking for a 20,000 page document for $5 in 24 hours. You're not going to want to work with people who are just asking for fake Amazon review accounts. Like it's a cesspool. It's awful. The better thing to do would be to maximize your organic growth strategies. Oops. Carrieblogger consult. I can't tell you from this message, if you're inputting things right, if that course was telling you the right suggestions, what is going to work for you. But if we consulted one-on-one, then I could help. But yeah, organic growth and really like just leverage what the platform does so well, which is if you put yourself out there with professional credibility, set yourself up with clear packages, responsible pricing, you're matching the search tags that people are doing, using, again, with this client-focused approach that I always talk about, that you're setting your business up to attract the target audience that you want, to match their habits, match their needs, match their wishes. The platform will connect you. Like it has so much data about how that person is acting on the platform. Again, what they're looking for, what terms they're using, what things they click on, the prices and timelines and delivery details that matter to them. And just by matching those things, Fiverr is going to connect you. That's my absolute best advice forever, is just that you need to think about what actual clients are doing. And by default, again, the algorithm will make it work. Kim says, good to see you. Good to see you. Have a good day. Thank you, Hassan. Malik says, thank you so much for your help. I'm so glad. If you're finding real value in this, I feel like I've just kind of answered like a couple specific questions really in depth today already. But if you're finding value in this, please consider leaving a super chat or donating at peachpay.me/carrieblogger to say thanks. This is an investment in your business and I'm offering this for free. But, again, if you're finding value, you're putting this into work, it's working for you, it's helping you build a business, consider saying thank you with a little super chat donation. The other very realistic pitch here. So if I haven't mentioned, which I have, here's the belly shot for the day, having a baby in January. And you know what might not stick on the list of to-do lists once I have a newborn in my house is YouTube. I enjoy doing this a heck of a lot. 10,000 subscribers. Hey, we just hit this huge milestone. But I'm planning on taking a break in January. And if it's worth my time to get back into it, prioritize that being one of the things that I come back to the soonest, I will. So is that a not greedy ask or pitch there? So again, if you're finding value, consider donating. You can help me boost the YouTube stuff to the top of the list. Other question from Anthony. I've read some blog posts about setting up gigs with low competition keywords. Curious if you know anyone who has had success with this strategy. Yes. So many of my consulting clients, one little case study here. There was a new seller who's a writer, and she was just trying to do what I do. I will write website content. I will write blogs. I will write product descriptions. And I am seeing, 40,000 impressions for my website content gig because I have the market corner on that I'm getting all of those impressions and the visibility. She was getting like 30 impressions because you just can't compete, to be honest. Like in those super generic categories with those really, really high competition keywords that everyone else is using, that people like me are dominating, she was not able to compete. So she hired me for 2 consultations. We did an initial, she made changes, we did a follow-up. And less than a month later, by focusing on following with my strategy, following my advice, following my suggestions of getting more specific in her gigs, instead of going for those general high competition keywords, going for something middle of the road that has, enough demand, but is not the same level of competition. Sorry, I got stuck in the middle of that sentence. Within a month, she completed her 100th order, going from like 30 impressions to then having enough traffic, interest, and whatever to get 100 completed successful orders in a month. And again, that was because of our consultation and because she actually listened to, that's the real what it comes down to. She listened to my advice and made those changes and was not going just for those high competition keywords. This video is your key to that. The ultimate Fiverr tutorial. I also broke it up into 4 parts. I say this like every single week. It's 38 minutes long. It's so long. And that's a really, really in-depth step-by-step guide for Fiverr SEO that I definitely recommend you check out, Anthony. Yusuf did an elbow cough. I don't know what that was in reference to. That was a while ago. Oh, I need to get through these comments. How did I get stuck? Okay, quick. Here, we'll blast through these. John says, I know you work independently and all work is completed by yourself, but do you think other freelancers who have a small team of writers should be allowed to work how they are? What are your thoughts on this kind of outsourcing? Is it wrong or is it just something you don't take part in? This video right here, scaling or scamming problematic outsourcing in the freelance economy. Definitely check that out. That's my whole thoughts on the issue. I feel like it's a scale. There's the really great side of it, which like you said, small team, agency, transparent about the fact that it's a team, transparent about the values that that offers for them in terms of collaboration. Everyone has different skills. We've got this like, positive professional environment where we work together to make results for our clients. That's the dream. All the way out to the other end of the scale where people are not transparent about the fact that they're outsourcing, not transparently saying who is doing the work, putting their own face, saying that, it looks like they are, and instead they're outsourcing at a way lower rate, not appropriately compensating the people that they're working with. And it's basically just a money grab at that point. And I do have a massive problem with that system. But why I'm not doing it? I love my work. I don't want to manage people. I don't know who I would want to work with. And I trust myself a lot more than I trust other people. So there might be a point in my business, especially maybe next year as a new mom, that I'm thinking about going that direction, building a team, working with people that I can trust and being transparent about that shift in my business. But for now, at least, it's all me because I love what I do and I trust myself the most. Kim says, if I'm really good at what I'm doing and I have a good portfolio, can I get away by not showing my face? Or maybe if I design an appropriate avatar? Yeah, designing an avatar is like the best, what I'll call cop-out solution. The only reason that it's really just so much more effective to show your face and show who you are is people hire people. And I've heard this internally from Fiverr, especially Fiverr Business when they were launching that. And they have like, really specific kind of interview anecdotes from buyers. They say time and time and again, the data proves that people hire people. They want to know who they're working with. They want to know that they can trust you, and that they're not, they could very easily go somewhere else and hire a faceless corporation bot. Who knows who's doing it? Who knows? That's not what they're coming to Fiverr for. So if you're going to be doing it the way that, again, that the platform functions, fitting into what works so well, definitely show your face, be transparent about who you are. If you're not comfortable with that, then designing an artistic avatar that has as much of that, genuine relational value is a good idea. It's just not as ideal. What are good resources to learn copywriting as a non-marketer? This, my copywriting course, it's about e-commerce copywriting. It talks about some of the marketing side of things. It talks about writing for brands and like what the bigger brand vision is and how you fit into that as the writer. The other thing is I'm not a marketer. Like I hate marketing. I like it when it's done really well. I like it when it's like creative and strategic. I don't like it. Look at this beautiful number right here. Oh no, where'd it go? 10,000 subscribers. How exciting is that? I don't like the manipulative side of marketing. this copywriter book reviews. There's only 5 of them because I didn't like doing it because most of them were not good books. But you check those out. You can at least read my thoughts if it's going to be a book worth reading. The one that is, I'll say, is Hey Whipple Squeeze This. That was Yusef's recommendation. He's in the chat. I don't think it was particularly helpful, but it was really fun to read. And what was the other one called? Made to Stick. Also not mind-blowingly new, but it got into some of the psychology of marketing stuff that I feel like makes a lot of sense to me, not make sense to everybody else. That might be interesting for you. Kaveen. Oh, also, last thing. If you choose to get those books, do me a little favor. If you click the links in the video description, those are my Amazon affiliate links. Like if you want to buy that book and you click my link and you buy it, Amazon will give me a couple coins. Again, doesn't change anything for you. But if you do that, that's helpful for me. So thank you. T-Kid says, oh wait, Kaveen. Hey, hello, and congratulations. Thank you. T-Kids, I'm kind of new to Fiverr. What's the best way to get impressions and clicks in your own experience? What's the best way to differentiate? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is this. How to differentiate. If you want one-on-one strategic advice, consult with me personally. Okay. And this. The video keep popping up here. 38 minutes long. Ultimate Fiverr tutorial. I'm blasting through these questions because I got stuck on some. Watch that. And then if you have specific questions, comment. I will answer them. I'll point you in the right direction. But that's where to start. That is the answer. Okay. Do you still mentor less experienced copywriters? Remember you mentioned something along the lines of that in a video before. I never have. I think what I was probably talking about was this consultation. And some people have used that consultation for writing, like give me feedback on my writing, give me some strategic advice. Do you see mistakes? Do you see missed opportunities? We can talk about the writing side of things specifically in it, not just your gig, although that's the marketing strategy is part of it too. And then this obviously is the bigger part of it. I have this course. I'm very proud of it. It's short. It's not that expensive, but it gives you a lot of tangible, specific things and practice prompts as well. I'm new to Fiverr. I delivered my job on time, but client was late and asked for revision. Fiverr marks me as late delivery. That's not true. As far as I know, if you deliver within the deadline, if they ask for a revision and then you deliver, it's going to say late. It looks really scary on your profile. It'll say like, or on your order, late, like deliver now. Because technically the timeline has ended. That's not actually late for the order. Your order in your analytics, your stats got marked as you delivered on time. It is just saying that, again, realistically client focused here, that the timeline that was promised, the order is not all the way complete. That's true. Hi, Yuli. Come here. You want to show up on camera? Come here. Oh, good boy. Good morning with Yuli. Yuli's here. Say hello. Wave hello. Hi. We have friends, and I need to hurry up and answer these questions. Okay. Bye. Yeah, so it is more ideal if you can get the revision done as well during the guaranteed delivery timeline, because especially if that's part of your thing. Like if you say like that's part of the process is halfway through, I'm asking for feedback, we'll do a round 2 to like finish the order, then that does need to get done within the guaranteed timeline. But keep in mind that even though it'll say late on the order, as long as you delivered the first time, you're good. Jem says hello. Same question. Have you had the need to acquire a bookkeeper or accounting service to manage everything? Been on the hunt. I don't have a bookkeeper or accountant. I do that myself. Not very well. I mean, it's effective. It's not very complex, I would say. I do have a tax preparer who has made a spreadsheet for me, which was life-saving, that as I put in my earnings throughout the year, it automatically uses whatever Excel magic she put in to help estimate my tax estimates. Because freelance taxes are effing awful. So this, what you need to know, is a helpful video for the tax side of things. I'm not a tax preparer, but I did ask her some questions and she gave some feedback. And then here's my tax nightmare if you want to hear that background. So I don't have a bookkeeper. I do all of that myself. And then I just gave it to her in April, but again, or February or whatever we, prepare taxes. But again, that spreadsheet from her, which I don't think I'm going to share her name because I don't know if she's comfortable with that, but just ask your tax preparer if that's something they can do. Creating an adaptable spreadsheet that as you put in your earnings throughout the year, it automatically generates, a running tally of how much you theoretically should pay for your estimates by quarter so that you don't end up with a total mind explosion in April. Okay, same question. Stop asking me that. Congratulations on achieving the 10,000 subscribers. I hope your community keeps on growing. Me too. Mickey, you're probably gone by now, but thanks for being here when you were. If you finish this up, I'm saying goodbye, and university work, get to it. How do you articulate writing and put ideas? No, how do you articulate while writing and put ideas to words? That is a big question that I can't see or answer. Sorry, I read the word see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Congratulations on Rachel. Thank you. So Gem X is basically just telling a long story, I think, to someone else. Okay. Aside from Fiverr, what are some good methods of client acquisition? Great question. Masic. Anywhere you can build a community. I think like we talked about advertising at the beginning of the stream today. I think that organic anything is always the better option. Like wherever you can build a community and gain traction, show off your professional presence, build people who respect you and know what you do and come to you for advice or to see and get inspired. Wherever you can do that is the best way to then turn those into clients. This video shows how I have done that on YouTube. YouTube is not paying me $10,000 in revenue on AdSense or anything. But how I go about thinking about the videos that I post, everything is from my heart and creative, where I want to be, what I want to talk about. This is my channel for me. It's not primarily a lead acquisition project for me. But that does have that side benefit. And realistically, I want it to monetarily support me as well. Like, let's be honest. And so thinking about the kinds of videos that I post, who I'm talking to, how I can help, cross-sell my services, and how it can, pay me back for the time investment as well. So whatever platform you're choosing to do that on, it depends where you are most comfortable, where you are most passionate about creating content for that, where your target audience is. Are they the kinds of like a, solopreneur, mom, boss, hustler is going to be on a different platform than a corporate VP who wants to climb the ladder. Like, just keep in mind who you want to work with, the kinds of projects you want to have in, or be on, the topics that you want to pursue, and where your skills are best suited to being demonstrated. And find a platform, build a community, showcase your professional awesomeness, and make people fall in love with you and want to work with you. I think that's the absolute best way to do the organic marketing side of things. And again, the organic is what's going to be the most important method for client acquisition, in my opinion. The illustrations on the book are really well done. Thank you for the ultimate little whatchamacallit link, bridge, opener to talk about this. Okay, we're gonna finish with this. I gotta pitch it. Without Disruption is my dystopian sci-fi novel, and you guys, it is coming so soon. Technically, no, I'm not gonna tell you that. I made a really big mistake yesterday. A really stupid mistake that I almost over. God damn it. But it's coming soon, okay? Pre-ordering. It's not the end of the world. Like, no one's going to care except for me, but I'm really mad about it. Without Disruption, Dystopian Sci-Fi. This has nothing to do with freelancing, but it is a fantastic book. I am so proud of it. The pitch is, in a utopia, a futuristic utopia run by AI that guarantees happiness for every single person in the lifestyle of your choice. There are 14 lifestyles to choose from. You find where you're most happy. Our main character, Harrison, is depressed and adrift. He can't find his happiness like everyone else has got it figured out. And this is the story of his life trying to find his perfect fit, kind of the emotional consequences that span a lifetime or maybe even lifetimes, and how the choices we make affect everyone around us. It's a beautiful tale. It's a beautiful book. I love the cover. The illustrations. Follow me on Instagram, Carrie French Author. Yeah. So December 10th, Carrie French Author, pre-orders open. I've merch too. I'm so excited. And January 10th is going to be the official publish date. So excited about that. Please, if you're interested, sign up for that pre-order waitlist. And if you like me, you're going to like this book. Okay. So that's the first link. Next up, Carrieblogger consult. I've been pitching this whole time. Personalized advice. Like, I can only pitch you so many generics before we've just got to talk. Free resources. More free stuff. Yay. peachpay.me/Carrieblogger. And again, if you find value in my channel and the content I'm putting out, consider donating to support my channel. You can see what I do at carrieblogger.com. And if you want to take a copywriting course from me, I've also flashed that up on the screen, bit.ly/Carrieblogger course. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think there were a couple more questions at the very, very end I didn't get to, but that's okay. I probably have an answer in that playlist, Fiverr New Seller Advice playlist on my channel. Check it out, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks again for 10,000 subscribers. That's crazy, and you're awesome, and goodbye.